India's COVID-19 outbreak could peak in the coming days, according to a mathematical model readied by advisors to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The group's projection has put them more in line with other scientists who have also suggested a mid-May peak for the country. However, the experts are of the view that reported numbers likely downplay the real toll because India's hospitals and crematoriums have been overwhelmed, which makes the evaluation of any peak particularly complicated. The Union Finance Ministry has said that the ongoing second wave of COVID-19 pandemic will have a muted economic impact in comparison to the first wave. In its economic review for the month of April released on Friday, the ministry observed the second wave of COVID-19 has posed a downside risk to economic activity in the first quarter of FY 2021-22. However, there are reasons to expect a muted economic impact as compared to the first wave. Learning to operate with COVID-19 as borne by international experience provides a silver lining of economic resilience amidst the second wave, said the report. The report also said that the fiscal position of the government has witnessed improvement with the revival in the economic activities during the second half of 2020-21. Tata Motors will hike the prices of its passenger vehicles across its fleet beginning May 8th. The auto major said the price of Tata cars will be increased by an average of 1.8% depending on the model and the variant. Meanwhile, customers who have booked the car maker's vehicles on or before May 7th will be shielded from the hike, the company said. Tata Motors' announcement follows several other automakers going for price spikes on select models in recent times. The company has attributed the price hike to a rise in price of the commodities such as steel and precious metals. 3 Indian-American CEOs, Sunder Pichai from Google, Punit Renjen from Deloitte, Shantanu Narayen from Adobe have joined the steering committee of the Global Task Force on Pandemic Response, which is overseeing an unprecedented corporate sector initiative to help India successfully fight COVID-19. The name of the 3 Indian-American CEOs were added to the list of the steering committee on Thursday. The CEOs have been active in organizing US companies' response to the COVID-19 crisis in India. As COVID-19 infections surge across the country, with nearly half of the fresh cases now being in rural areas, accelerated vaccination is the only solution to contain the raging pandemic, according to a report by SBI Research. The report noted that the shares of the top 15 districts in total new cases has significantly plunged to 26.3% in May from 55% in March, indicating that the spread of infections is now dispensed across the country. What is more worrying is the increase in rural penetration, as the share of rural districts in new cases has increased to 48.5% in May from 36.8% in March, Soumya Kanti Ghosh, Group Chief Economic Advisor at SBI, said in a note on Friday. Russian President Vladimir Putin has stated that his country's COVID-19 vaccines are as reliable as Russia's iconic Kalashnikov rifle, reported news agency TASS. Till now, Russia has indigenously developed 4 COVID-19 vaccines, including the Sputnik V. Addressing a video conference with Deputy Prime Minister Tatyana Golikova on Thursday, Putin said Russian medications are based on technologies and platforms that have been used literally for decades and are as reliable as an AK-47. Putin made the statement on the day Russian medical authorities gave regulatory approval to a single-dose version of the country's Sputnik V vaccine called Sputnik Light.